What a beautiful day to begin with. Thank you so much for being with us, and today we are going to review a recently released Netflix documentary, Bad Boy Billionaires. After a long legal tussle, among three episodes are released because the fourth one, I believe, what is it? Ramalinga Raju, his nationality is West Indian, that's why he got a stay order not to release his episode. But overall, the other three episodes are worth watching, and let's talk about the script. Whatever they wanted to showcase, they just compiled all the information that is already available on public domain. So there is nothing much we really need to see, but overall it is best that they have compiled the information and showcase how the things happen in a very constructive way. Especially for awareness, it is very best. And I think this is like alarming situation for all those who were involved in this and all those people who are visiting or meeting them. As an example, Vijay Mallya, his lifestyle was lavish and his circle of friends was very vast. From every department you can see the actors, business tycoons, all those were attracted to this magnet. And overall I think it's good to watch. At least you should know that why things happen and how they take action. And especially if it happened with the people, definitely there is always a loophole and there is always a way that they can get rid of it or they can escape from this. But when it happened with the National Public Bank, so that's how they just start thinking that now these magnets are eating us. So they just started making legal actions to get them. There is an aeroplane, I guess. So let's, according to me, I just feel like these episodes are worth watching, especially number 1, Vijay Mallya, number 2, Subrata Roy, and number 3, Nirav Moody. Because there is no much more about Moody, but overall Vijay Mallya, because it is more glamorous, high profile, and he was always in the news. That's why you have so plenty of things you should really likely to watch it. And about Subrata Roy, second, why? Because he sell emotions and he buy emotions. That's how he made his fortune. And there are plenty of other news also that are in my mind, and let's talk one after another. From Vijay Mallya, is just like I literally said, the episode should be like crash landing on you because after 9,000 loan, he just didn't care about his workers and all this. Especially if you are good in one sector, you should not try your luck in another sector, because if you have no knowledge, you are putting yourself, not only yourself, but all the people associated with that business. Imagine that he didn't care about much how these people will survive. They wanted to get the salaries and all these things. You can't do that, especially I give you the example here now. We see there is one Chinese company that took their worker abroad in France or Europe for a trip, and they booked so many hotel rooms that there was like overcrowded. Like it was very big news. Why? Because the big companies always please their workers. That's why whenever I studied with different kind of companies and how the people are working there, they work there for 25 years, 30 years, and they have everything. A poor worker who works in any public sector, hardly he will buy motorbike after many years, and then he will buy car after 10 or 8 or 10 years, maybe. That's my idea, but not so early. If he will buy early, he will not have a survival money to stay. But the companies which are formed, and then how they use the legal loopholes to get the money from the public or the public sector banks. So that's why the Vijay Mallya just crashed his business. He didn't care about. He invested like you are just putting. You are traveling in a boat, two boats at the same time. Airline, liquor business, fashion industry, etc. So many things you can't be doing multitasking. Especially all these sectors, they need huge attention and huge investment. So that's why he just started getting loans from the public sector, and after that, gone. So the second one, I think I didn't miss something because everything was in my brain, and because there are plenty of things you can. The ordinary person, it's very hard for ordinary person to understand the concept, how they form the companies, how the companies go bankrupt, how they acquire loans, what are the legal documentations you really need to make up. Because when I started learning different things, that there is a checklist. If you follow that checklist, loan is passed. If you follow this checklist, your file will be processed. So there is always guidelines. If you follow that guidelines, you will, or if you don't follow the guidelines, definitely you have a middleman working in that public sector who will always be flexible with your files. So that happened with Vijay Mallya also, and Nirav Modi also. So let's talk about Nirav Modi. So Nirav Modi came from nowhere. Especially there is so much information about him. So he worked in the diamond sector, and also grabbed loans from the public sector. And after that, what you see is already on the public domain, that how his frauds and all these things came to the knowledge of the people. Number 3, let's talk about Subrata Roy. Yes, this is the man that I also watched when Sahara TV was on air. Now when after decades you understand that how things are formed on the media. When you have a big platform, how you manipulate things, you sell your emotions. How he used to go on a bicycle with his wife and all these things. People think like he is one of us. He is one of us. That's why he got the trust of them. So instead of attacking the banking sector, he likely to attack the people, the common people. The good thing in our culture is we are ultra emotional about our life, our things, our problems, and we believe that okay, if he is one of us, definitely he will not cheat us. But that was the beginning of an MLM company, like pyramid scheme. That's how he get the money from these poor people. Maybe 20 bucks, like 20 rupees from each and every individual. And billion of people are there. Definitely among all those billionaire people, if few people, okay, suppose 10 million people or 20 million people give you 20 rupees per day, how much money it will be? So that happened. Now I will give you a cross reference of one of the news that happened in Malaysia. There was a guy, he was sent to, he was IT or computer sciences, I think, and he went to the bank and he learned something from the bank. He went to the refreshing courses or something like IT course, and he learned that there is always a loophole in the system, and if you will get a chance to go through that one, nobody will grab you. So that's how your account is sometimes like 58,433.01 cent or pesa 0.2. So he grabbed all those money from all the accounts and sent it to his account. And because nobody will complain about those few cents or few pesos, who will say, oh, yeah, the pesa. But when you gather all those, it will become millionaire. So that's how he become millionaire, and he got all his lavish lifestyle because he has a hobby of getting luxury cars, and he showcase on the roads, and that's how there is always a loophole in the system, and an ordinary person cannot handle all these things. But they are ultra genius. It's not doubt they are genius. That's why they are there where nobody should be, but at least they make a awareness in society that these are the things, if you really wanted to do it, you can do it and you can get rid of it. How? But the problem comes where the public sector or the national bank came into the notice that, oh, now it is a problem and we have to see where our money is going and why they are running away from our country. So I hope you will really like this. Already this information is on the public domain and you can watch, you have already watched, and how Subrata Roy was inked, because the people know it, that he used the money in MD Valley and airline business and all this. So, and Vijay Mallya, Kingfisher, I still remember Kingfisher calendar shoots and all this, and actress models and lots. So even cricket, and then so much things. So obviously one should know, one does not know. So if you don't know anything, you should really watch it, and it's worth watching. I think you will really like this series, and I hope you will, because overall I give like Vijay Mallya, especially different director, for 3 episodes, perfect. Number 2 Subrata Roy, and number 3 Moody. Okay, because he didn't do much in the community, but overall locally Vijay Mallya and Subrata Roy was very famous. And I hope you will really like it. Kindly like, share and subscribe, and press the bell icon for more notifications. And if you have any recommendations, please kindly comment below. So have a great day. Bye bye.